know me the best, you know my words, see me hurt, but you don't judge. That right there is the scariest feeling.
Oh, what is energy up? Can't wake up.
May God have mercy on your soul.
I've been hurt, so I don't trust. Now here we are staring at the ceiling. I've said those words before, but it was a lie, and you deserve to hear them 1,000 times. If all it is 8 letters, why is it so hard to say? If all it is 8 letters, why am I in my own way? Why do I pull you close and then ask you for space? If all it is 8 letters, why is it so hard to say? Isn't it amazing how almost every line on our hands align when your hands are mine? It's like I'm whole again. Isn't that a sign? I should speak my mind. I've said those words before, but it was a lie, and you deserve to hear them 1,000 times. If all it is 8 letters, why is it so hard to say? If all it is 8 letters, why am I in my own way? Why do I pull you close and then ask you for space? If all it is 8 letters, why is it so hard to say? When I close my eyes, I see you.
I don't really care for numbers that much. What I care more about is the support for that I get from all you guys. That means so much more than just a random number. But I just thought I'd drop by, say hello, and really say thank you. It means a lot to me. I love making these videos, and you guys are my main motivation of wanting to make these videos. So yeah, thanks again. This is just a quick thank you video. Hope you have a nice evening, day, morning, or whatever. And this is PewDiePie signing off. PewDiePie!
When I started doing YouTube, I was in college, I was on a student loan, I couldn't even afford a proper computer that I could record gameplay on. Shortly after, I quit college, and so I had to get a job, and I took whatever job I could get, which was to work in a hot dog stand. I was the happiest I was at that time because I was finally, for the first time in many, many years, doing what I wanted to do. And the fact that I could make videos was so much more important to me that I had to spend a few hours a day doing a job that wasn't that prestigious. I really think that money doesn't make you happy. I am just as happy as I am now as I was 5 years ago. I think that's what's cool about YouTube. That anyone could technically do it, right? I do want to finish off by just saying thank you so much to all of you who watch my videos, enjoy them, and support what I do. It really does mean a lot, and I'm just happy doing this. I would be doing it even if I was still not as big as I am or whatever.
And yeah, today we're gonna celebrate because I got 100 subscribers. To a lot of people, 100 subscribers is probably an insignificant number, but to me it means a lot. So I just want to thank you guys so much, and like for all your support. It doesn't matter if you're, I don't know, a new subscriber or been here, I don't know how long I've been doing this, 1.5 months maybe. I just want to thank you guys. I love you all equally. Thank you all so much for commenting on my videos and rating them, and subscribing and participating in any way. It just makes me happy. And I don't do this because I want to be famous. That's the main thing I wanted to say. The only reason why I do this is because it's fun, and you guys are the biggest part of that. Like, it's because of you guys that this actually is fun, and that's why I make videos, and that's why I'm gonna keep making videos. So thank you guys again so much.
Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I have like a rough idea of what I want to say, because I feel like the youth, the millennials, kids my age, heck, even adults could possibly take some of the stuff I say and implement it into their lives, because although I'm young, I have experienced a lot of crazy, wacky, fun, interesting things in my life, and I've learned a lot, and I've failed a lot, and I've been fortunate enough to succeed a lot. I talk to a lot of successful people. I meet a lot of talented and successful people, and one thing that they tend to have in common: they win more than they lose. To me, that is about quality, consistency. It's not just you win, you get lucky one time, and that happens through thousands of hours, tens of thousands of hours of hard work. Man, so many people say they want it and they don't. When I was a kid, I've always been the funny guy, the goofy guy, the ambitious one, the one who stood out, the maverick, hence the brand and everything, literally everything that I stand for in my vlogs. People would look at me funny, they'd laugh at me, yo, why is he doing that? Why is he wearing orange camo jeans to school? As a 5th grader, I did that. I don't know why I did. I was just like, yo, I'm different. Everyone else is wearing like denim. That. Your boy wanted to be different, so I did, and I was never afraid or ashamed of that. But at the same time, I would always push myself and work extremely hard so that I could be the best. I have this competitive instinct in me, and that's what drives me. That's why when I get into drama with my brother, or like we're so close in subscribers, like you guys are seeing like the mild version of my competitiveness, I will always run faster if there's someone running next to me. That's just how I am. That's how I function. And I know that's what makes me tick. So I like to make myself uncomfortable. I like to surround myself with people that are gonna challenge me and push me and compete with me. That's how you grow. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And if you lose, if you fail, fine. In fact, please, let me fail. Let me lose. If you
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
Did she run away? Did she run away? Just come home.
You think he's gone?
Ooh, don't wanna cry, but I make that way. Did she run away? Did she run away? I don't know. Just come home. Ooh, don't wanna cry, but I make that way. Did she run away? Did she run away? I don't know. Just come home. Ooh, don't wanna cry, but I make that way.
I'm ashamed of myself. I'm disappointed in myself. And I promise to be better. I will be better. Thank you.
You can take a hit in the face and get back up and learn from it. That is a win. consider that a win because you are now better and stronger than you were in the past. It's just like working out. You work out, you work out, you work out. You deplete your muscles, you take your protein shake, and then your muscles heal and you're stronger than you were before. It's the same exact thing. So what am I getting at? When I was young, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew what I liked. I knew I loved creating video, but in Ohio, like, oh, you want to be an actor? Go fuck yourself. That's not gonna happen. That was the mindset. That was the bubble I lived in, and everyone thought the same exact way. They were what I like to call drones. Do not become a drone. I truly believe that in today's day and age, anyone, listen to me, can become anything they want, especially with the development of mobile phones and technology where you can communicate with someone across the world if you hold a piece of metal up to your phone. What the f is that? That's some magic, that's some Hogwarts shit. Freaking incredible.
Said piece of metal up to your phone.
Ah, fuck. I meant ear. There's nothing holding you back. You don't have to go audition for a movie or a TV show if you don't want. Why don't you just create the world yourself? And that is what I did. I refused to let people tell me what I couldn't do. I decided at 15, I was going to become the master of my own destiny. I had surgery on my head. I have a titanium plate in my head. I had surgery on both of my knees. I cut open my calf. This is the scar you see here. Bang, bang. I sprained both my hip flexors, and this was all in a period of 2 years. At one point, you can imagine, I pretty much gave up. Like, I was like, dang, the world hates me. Life hates me. Why me? Why does all this negative stuff have to happen to me? I was the fastest kid on the football team, and I get hurt, and I'm out for the entire season. I thought my life was over. I couldn't do leg lifts with the rest of the football team, so I would always stretch instead. Well, guess what, little gang? I stretched for 8 months straight. And then, before you know it, your boy was able to do the splits, which I'm sure you've seen this video. One of the many videos that made me who I am, that made me Logan Paul on the internet today. Well, everything happens for a reason. You might not know what it is at the time, but trust in yourself and work hard and believe that you can get through whatever struggle you're going through. Because when I got hurt, I said, fuck it, fuck everybody. I said, I am going to be a winner. I'm a champion. I am not gonna let what's happening outside of me, what's happening to my body, affect my brain, affect my mental. So when I was 15, I wrote on this piece of paper, literally got coffee stains on it. The date is 3/8/10, over 7 years ago. I got hurt, and my mom told me to write these positive affirmations down on a piece of paper. I will work the hardest. I will do extra work. I will go above and beyond. Excel, excel, win, best, excel, win, win, win. I will be the best. I will excel, win. I will be stronger, better, faster, and smarter than last year. I will be a champion. I will be the greatest. I will be the best. I am the best. Excel, 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 excel. I put this in my brain. I will gain strength beyond what seems possible. Guys, I was 15. I didn't even know what half this stuff meant or how I was gonna do it, but I put it in my brain because I'm a winner, and you are too. Everyone should believe that they can win and do whatever they want in their life. And if you don't believe that, you should not be a part of the Low Gang, because I issue a challenge to you when you grow up. If you want to buy a multi-million-dollar house, do it. Yo, I feel like Shia LaBeouf, bro. There's no reason you shouldn't, or there's no reason you can't. Today is a beautiful day to be alive. It is a magical time to be a human on planet Earth. And I only got one life on this floating rock in the middle of space. So by the time I die, I'm gonna be sitting in my deathbed, and I'm gonna be like, damn, I did it right. Low Gang, that is the vlog.
Night we got into this big argument, and she ended the fight by saying, "Do what I say or get out of this house." And I left. I was 15 years old, and I ran out at 9 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. Okay, so 15 years old and on my own. I stayed with some friends for a while and eventually moved in with these two slightly older girls. Naturally, one of those girls became my girlfriend, And a few weeks after I moved in with them, my girlfriend got in a fight with her roommate, and she told me she wanted to leave. So her and I got in her Honda, and we left. We drove from Connecticut to Virginia, where my big brother Van was in college. I was happy in Virginia, but after 3 months there, my girlfriend got pregnant. So we moved back to Connecticut, and I dropped out of high school. We lived in her friend's basement for a while and eventually found an apartment. I worked in this seafood restaurant. I was a dishwasher. I made $8 an hour. Then the following April, just after my 17th birthday, Owen was born, and I was a dad. Now, I don't know that teenagers are emotionally equipped for the magic that is having a child, but the feeling I had in the hospital just after he was born, it was similar to Christmas morning when I was little. It was like that feeling you have when you get exactly what you want. We moved into a trailer park. It was cheap and in a less dangerous neighborhood. And we were poor. We were really poor. We were even on welfare for a little while, but I never liked the idea of handouts. Slowly things settled. Life was okay. I made a little bit more money in the restaurant, and when he was about 1.5 years old, we drove into New York City and stayed at my brother's apartment in Brooklyn. It was our first vacation. My older brother had just gotten an iMac, one of those funny shaped blue ones. Actually, this is the exact iMac. This was the first iMac you could edit video on, and we made this little movie of taking Owen to the zoo. I loved the process. When we got back to Connecticut, I immediately maxed out my only credit card and bought my own computer. I spent all my free time making these little movies. And for the first time in my life, I felt like by telling these stories, I had a voice. Then, for a lot of good reasons, Owen's mom dumped me. It sucked. I didn't know what to do. Now, before the breakup, I had this plan, this dream, to move to New York City in like 5 years. But I just kind of said to hell with it and decided to move to New York City immediately. It was June 2001. I was 20 years old and I moved to New York City. I was here to become a filmmaker. Filmmaker sounded so much cooler than dishwasher. This was, without a doubt, the hardest time of my life. I didn't know anyone, I didn't have a plan, and for the first time ever, I didn't get to see my kid every day. He stayed in Connecticut with his mom, and I'd go back to be with him 3 days a week. It made me so sad. I didn't want Owen to grow up and think his dad was a loser. That town in Connecticut it felt like a dead end. That first summer in New York City, I worked as a bike messenger, and eventually this artist named Tom Sachs, somebody my brother knew, hired me for $10 an hour. Put aside $100 a week because that's what it would cost to get back to Connecticut to see Owen. No matter what, I wouldn't touch that travel money. At the end of that summer, my 3-month sublet was up, and I moved into a friend's couch in the financial district of downtown Manhattan. My buddy said that I could stay there for a month, and the day I moved in was September 2nd, 2001. The blast from the first plane knocked me out of bed, and by the time the second plane hit, I was on my bike trying to get away. The blast from the impact of the plane knocked me off my bike to the ground. My dad called me that morning, and he said to me, "It's time to come home, time to move back to Connecticut." And I thought about it, but I figured I could barely afford to eat, I didn't have anywhere to stay, no education, few prospects. I thought there's just no way it could get any harder than this. And if I could figure out how to get through this, I'd be okay. And so I did. I committed everything to New York City, to my big dream. And that's when things started to turn around. My manual labor job turned into a real job with real opportunities. As a studio manager for that artist, a friend of a friend freaked out after the World Trade Center attacks, and left the city. I took over his super cheap apartment. All the while I was making movies about whatever subject matter I could come up with. I worked with my brother Van. We made movies for anyone that would pay us. Birthday videos, editing actor reels. We literally said yes to anything that involved picking up a camera. And then 2003, I got my first iPod. And when the battery died a year and a half later, I got really pissed off and made a video about their dead battery policy. And I put that online. Now, this was like 3 years before YouTube, but that video exploded. This is back in the day when the word viral was used to describe an STD, not a video.
Casey, started with you. You know, I got the first iPod Generation 1, had it for about...
And all of a sudden, people started asking about other movies we had made. In 2004, a video series we had shot in my apartment called Science Experiments was invited to be shown at the Sao Paulo Biennial in Brazil. Things started to get good. I had a little bit of money, and I was able to spend more time with Owen. And for the first time, he and I started taking trips together.
What's the pretzel for?
The dolphin.
You're gonna feed the pretzel to the dolphin. Yeah?
When we traveled, I felt like I was able to get to know him in a way that was entirely new. When we traveled, it was just us. And I love that. In 2006, I met this guy named Tom Scott. He ran a group of local TV channels, and he hired Van and me to make some videos. The videos came out great, and he made this big offer to us. He simply said, I want to bankroll a big project you guys do. Now, I've always understood luck to be where opportunity meets preparation. And this was a big opportunity, and we were certainly prepared. So he agreed to fund us for a year. It wasn't a lot of money, just enough. So my brother Van and I lived and documented stories from our lives. Every couple of weeks, we'd edit these experiences together to form like a 25-minute movie, sort of. Eventually, we had 8 of those 25-minute episodes, and we called that a TV series. Then, in 2008, we sold that 8-episode TV series to HBO for just under $2 million.
Closing up again, I've been hurt so I don't trust. Now here we are staring at the ceiling. I've said those words before, but